Naturally, we here at the Chris Salcedo Show oppose Democrat socialist efforts. The question is, what do we do about it? What do Americans do when Washington refuses to listen? Taking action. That's our focus in tonight's preamble. From illegal immigration to the national debt, from national defense to the bloated and unaccountable size and scope of the federal government, from Americans being left to the mercy of monopolistic big tech fascists to the unequal application of law based on one's political affiliation. The federal government has bailed on we the people long ago. The government's conduct has been disgraceful, whether it be from the Congress or the courts. This government, well, beyond any shadow of doubt at this point, has grown beyond the consent of the governed. We saw evidence of this in the last election. We saw further evidence of the frightening opening days of the Biden administration and their extremist policies. Consider this headline from BizPac Review coming out of New Mexico. Bear in mind that New Mexico is a left-wing state carried by Joe Biden. Quote, New Mexico bet on the wrong horse. Biden's new domestic energy ban to devastate state's economy. It turns out that Biden's ban on new oil and gas leases will financially wipe out these once enthusiastic Democrat socialists in that state. Quote, local leaders in communities that border the Permian Basin, one of the most productive regions in the United States, say any moves to make permanent the suspension would be economically devastating for the state, end quote. But what is our course, we the people? The first step is to rein in Washington. Now, I don't want you guys to feel badly. You don't owe them anything. Remember, they bailed on you first. As we've established, they really don't care what you think anyway. Now that the socialists are in control, they scarcely acknowledge you exist. Delivering for communist China, Russia, and Iran has the Democrat socialists' full attention now. So your job, and the job of your family and friends and like-minded neighbors, is to learn the name of your state representative and your state senator. You must let them know you wish for your state to participate in an Article 5 Convention of States. This is a mechanism put into place into our Constitution by our founding fathers in preparation for the coming of what we're seeing today, when Washington, D.C. abandons we the people. At this convention, amendments will be proposed to tie the hands of the out-of-control, big-spending government in D.C. Now, by the time this convention would convene, our debt will be soaring way out of control. So there will be vigorous debate inside this convention as to which amendment will be offered by state legislators. A balanced budget amendment, repeal of the 17th Amendment, or term limits on federal office holders. Notice I said state legislators. These people are generally closer to you and your family, both physically and in your value system. They also can't hide from you in some faraway capital. Unless you live in a state like New York or California, these legislators have to live in the world they create for you and your family. In other words, as a general rule, they fear your ability to remove them from office more than your alleged representatives in D.C. do. An Article 5 Convention of the States empowers your state reps to rein in your federal reps. Get it? The states are the best defense for people who are endeavoring to do what we're trying to do. Save the United States of America for our children and grandchildren. Because a USA that is free, strong, and prosperous is worth fighting for, right?
I'm here live in Philadelphia at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. When you hear the phrase lives, fortunes, and sacred honor, these are the folks we should think of, those who anonymously gave their lives. Well, today you have a chance to volunteer. You need to volunteer for conventionofstates.com, the movement that's going to save the country. These folks are willing to step up and give everything. We need you to give just a little bit. Go to conventionofstates.com and volunteer today.